welcome back to Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. Last time is a little hard to explain because we completed the 5th floor and we did almost 70% of the 6th floor and 41% of the 7th floor. So floors 6 and 7 are a little bit complicated. We can only complete the 2 of them together. They're not really standalones, so we'll be heading back in to hopefully finish off both those floors this time. But before that, let's do a stroll conversation. Ken shows courage. Another one that's kind of sad in hindsight because all this development unfortunately can't last.
Leader.
I'm sure he won't react well to this.
Honestly.
Is something the matter?
What's going on?
No, not really, considering their interactions on the other route.
Huh?
I see.
Huh? Please stop that.
Yeah, we will. Anyone who's played Persona 3 knows how that goes. But, again, I promise not to talk spoilers, so I won't say. But anyway, I was thinking in honor of that, we could have Ken and Shinjiro in the party. This seems like a bit of a weird party that might not work out so well for me, but oh well. We'll see how this goes. Oh, that's interesting. So with the Magic Luck Reverse equipped, any equipment that boosts luck is instead boosting his magic because they're reversed. That's good to know. So like in order to boost Yosuke's luck here, I'd actually need to give him something that raises magic. Okay, while I'm getting my party in order, there is one fusion that I kind of want to do in the Velvet Room. And that is, we've made pretty much every single thing here except for Siegfried. And I think I've found a combination that could work. I can use Oyama Tsumi, Jin Ananta, Gira Makala. Okay, yeah, this is the one that I want with Gira Makala. You have immunity buffer off the bat, so I don't need to worry about not being able to pass that down. The main problem with this is I can't pass down Oyama Tsumi's power charge. But I can pass down pretty much everything else. You're also a lot worse than Oyama Tsumi in terms of HP. But I do have a lot of good abilities I can pass down to you, namely Toxic Slice plus Impure Reach. And Impure Reach helps with Brain Shake too, so that's pretty good. Myriad Arrows, and I guess we can go with Dragon Cry. I might use you a little bit for now over Oyama Tsumi. And so we have Siegfried, who was, I remember using him quite a lot in Persona 3, thanks to, obviously, Vorpal Blade being ridiculously good in Persona 3, due to its massive bonus while you're in great condition, which is not hard to achieve when you have maxed out your academics, and thus can go to bed early every night. So yeah, I've still got you with all the Link skills. I've got that on you, Yosuke has the circles, Ken still has Alice, and Teddy has Black Frost, and Lisa has a Navigator Persona. As for equipment, this is what I've gone with. I put the Almighty Badge on Teddy because he pretty much needs it. And Ken's the same as before. Yosuke still has the magic luck reverse, because it's pretty much the one way that he's actually decent in this game. Might as well heal up that extra HP and SP from our accessories. And we have a new request to take on as well, so good thing we were here. This one!
Are you
I remember this
No.
one. Yes, it definitely is.
Even with that said,
Yeah. Don't know if this is... It probably isn't a reference to that weird stop and swap thing in Banjo-Kazooie. Now you see a nice ice key, which you can have many of them for free.
may luck be with you.
So, this is a timing puzzle. We have a limited number of steps before the ice key melts, and we have to do so... We have to take it to the chest from the very start of the labyrinth, so thankfully we've activated the elevator. Anyway, we should be ready to head in, so let's go and see if we can take on that chest too. So in order to successfully do this quest, we actually had to start from the entrance. And for some reason, he's managed to put an industrial-sized cooler at the start of the labyrinth. Why couldn't you have some kind of, I don't know, Go-Ho-M dispenser or Balm of Life dispenser? And using a Go-Ho-M will instantly get rid of the key. We have to do this in one visit. So let's go ahead and grab one. So we actually do have an item literally called Ice Key. Yeah, I don't really know that much about Banjo-Kazooie because I never really played that growing up, but... Oh boy, how you actually got those stop and swap items was pretty much worthy of all of those crazy Pokemon rumors back in the day. Thankfully, we have shortcuts to bypass all of the arrow puzzles.
Get ready.
That was easy.
I'm talking about a different game here, but for those items, you actually had to go to the cheat sandcastle and enter letter by letter, and you enter each letter by by literally walking up to it and ground
There's
pounding
a
it.
power spot here!
You would have to enter, now you see a nice ice key, which you can have for free. Yes, letter by letter or by ground pounding.
Here I come.
And there were other equally insane sentences that you have to enter for all of the other stop and swap items.
They're strong, aren't they? There's two. You gonna be okay?
Leave it to me. I'll take this.
Well, yeah, Ken said it because he has Hummer, which these things are weak to. What was their other weakness again? I've already forgotten. Of course, something which is weak to instant death in this game, you often forget its other weakness, and it is wind. Okay then, well, we have Gale Link at least. I guess I'll just go for a... No, Brain Shake tends to be pretty strong, I might go for that. And I guess we'll do Lethargy Circle. Hummer on the one that I'm not ganging up on, and I guess... Teddy Claw. We haven't seen these enemies all that much, so I guess I might as well show this fight. I've always liked how the Night Shadows look, but then again, I play Fire Emblem and I've always grew up with Age of Empires, so that's probably why I tend to like Knights in Armor. I was about to freak out about Teddy going before Shinjiro, and then I realized, yeah, well, that's kind of obvious because he has the Almighty Badge. That doesn't do as much as Chie, but she was under the effect of Dragon Cry at the time. Okay, so Link hits do snap you out of sleep.
That enemy's weak to wind. Raging vortices of torment. Tear them apart.
So who should I crush next?
So, yeah, pause for that. I'll stop having Marie as Navigator after this part, but she's pretty amazing. I'll need to remember to use Margaret, though. I might as well use her for the Spiders. So I will be fighting them eventually. And Harati, who's apparently pretty good in this game.
That was a strong enemy. I wasn't
I think I mainly remember Harati's compendium description, which states that she used to be literally eat babies, and until she was redeemed by a Buddha, I believe. I think she's from Buddhism. But yeah, a redeemed baby-eating... I think she wasn't even a deity, she was like an ogress or something. Okay, I had a feeling we wouldn't be able to do it that easily. And that means I think I know how we have to do this. I think we need to uncover more of this floor before we can. So we haven't seen what's up the other staircase of the 7th floor. Let's go there. Because I think it's the only place we have access to at this point. So here we are once again on the 7th floor.
I'm sure we'll find something inside.
A bit of a preview of how much of this place is left. As you can see, not a lot. There's a lot of gaps here, so a lot of gondola riding. That stupid little tile over there, I'll need to cover that later. These chests are pretty easy to open with play coins if you're so inclined, but I find that's, you know, that's a little bit cheap. I'd rather do things the quote-unquote legit way.
This wall seems...
Okay, now with this open, we will be able to raise this piston and get to the lower, back to the lower floor. We wouldn't have been able to leave this area with the piston raised otherwise. Now I can go a little further on the 6th floor. Yeah, having to switch between 2 different maps on these floors can get annoying sometimes.
What?
Yeah, I kind of doubt Junpei would be able to lead us through here. And they got scolded. Yeah, well... It's weird that people are freaking out so much over just one tiny little dead end that obviously is not going to be impeding our progress very much, because we just need to take a few steps back to where we came, and there's a door. Oh, but I think I know what event this is! Yes, it's time. It's time when we have to break out the team name we came up with all the way back in the group date cafe. So, we are, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this right, the Ultra Persona Rangers.
All right.
It's funny that she's saying that, because she'll eventually be in Featherman, according to Arena Ultimax. I still always just imagine, like, how Ken would react when he actually realizes that. Well, Junpei and Yukari are actually apologizing to each other. And for remembering the team name, you actually get a reward.
Is this?
Dr. Salt Neo. We get an SP heal. Except we didn't really need that, but oh well. Unfortunately, we don't get Dr. Salt Neo as an actual item.
Here I come.
I don't know if that item exists in P4, I know it's in P3.
Huh?
Okay, there are some new ones here.
And I don't have data on all of them.
That leg spinner.
Wow, didn't someone else call it a leg spinner? Anyway, the Slaughter Drive is a new drive-type enemy, and its arms are swords. That kind of reminds me of the properly translated version of Archer's, chants. But anyway, the Slaughter Drive is weak to ice and resists a lot of other things. Okay, wow, I actually proved the Shin Megami Tensei wiki wrong. They say it only shows up starting at the 8th floor, but it seems to show up on the 7th floor. Maybe only late into the 7th floor. I know that the types of enemies that appear do change based on where you are in the floor. But anyway, I'm just gonna bank on getting the lethargy circle up. I could also just go for die for me. In fact, I think the Slaughter Drive, let me just check, but it might have a conditional drop. Okay, no, Slaughter Drive doesn't, but there is another enemy coming up soon that does. 2, in fact. Guess I can go for a Mabufala here.
Seriously?
Well, there goes Myriad Arrows.
Use my power.
And they all die to die for me anyway. It's when I first got Alice in Persona 3 all over again. And here I was saying Daphne wasn't good in this game. Oh, pretty good Kingu. Interesting.
Aw, that ended too
And
soon.
level 63, we have something new we can fuse now. I might do that when we head back to the Velvet Room. Okay, we've got a gondola there. Let's not take that just yet. Shortcut that isn't open, and nowhere to go from here. So we have a gondola puzzle. Why do I get the feeling that this kind of puzzle seems like the thing they put in a gym in the Pokemon series? I can imagine this being a gym puzzle in one of the games. And yes, you can stack up 2 gondolas in a row. Of course, that won't be lasting for much longer because this one's going to be gone soon. All the way over here. But, let me see if I've got this right. If we write it down one space... and then across one. I could also bring it back there and have access to the one above it. But if we move the gondola up here, we'll be able to access it again from the, like, if we're heading to the west. We might as well go ahead and try that now.
Whoa! I found an FOE! We need to hurry!
Because, yeah, now we can go this way. And get access to a gondola over here. And we're all the way back down here now. Except that we can now ride this one all the way sideways. To no practical benefit, at least not yet. I have an idea of what to do here, though. Okay then, that's interesting. Photon Edge, and Impure Reach too.
That one was really strong. It made me nervous.
Your persona's stronger, huh?
Critical Eye is not bad, but I kind of want to keep the skills that you currently have.
I did it! My persona's stronger
As I said
now.
much earlier, I don't really want any other skills on Alice. Okay, so this is going to seem weird, but I'm going to be actually abandoning this area right now, and instead... Actually, you know what? I'm going to be moving this over here. Moving you up there, even though I don't think that's going to be too useful in the
There's an
grand scheme
FOE
of
close
things.
by! Be very careful!
Okay, so now I'm going to take on this 9 gate. So, 9... 8... I have an idea here. 7...
Hey, there's a switch up ahead.
6...
Hey, there's a switch over
5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Encounter, but we will be able to get through there.
Aw, that ended too soon.
Okay, through the gate. Now I can open this up.
there. That wall smells fishy, and not in a good way.
Oh, it's the
And we have
stairs.
stairs
Should we
going
take
down
them?
to the 6th floor again. And yeah, that seems to be as far as we can go in this area, so back to the 6th floor.
I'm getting a bad feeling about something. Is the Reaper close?
And, well, we all knew that he'd come eventually. Yep, and we can hear those chains in the distance. This should be a rest. Yeah, we haven't seen the Reaper for a while. 1, 2... Thankfully, we have a shortcut here. And that actually puts the Reaper out of aggro range. So let's just wait for you to go back to your spot. Which is over there. So now I can go up here. Where we have
I found the stairs!
stairs heading up. Yeah, these floors are pretty confusing.
There's something strange about that wall there.
There's definitely something up with that wall over there. Let's go see.
These puzzles in general, like, they are pretty confusing, but they're quite fitting for a final dungeon. I love how they're using this kind of dual floor mechanic here. These two floors are really more like one big floor.
It's a treasure box. I'm sure we'll find
We
something
can't finish either of them alone. Energy up. Okay. A lot of SP, but 1 defense. I'd rather use the Almighty Badge for that. But okay, now that we're here, we can see that we probably... Aha! I've got an idea now. Because with this, we can actually get a gondola over to a position where we can access it from above.
Whoa! I found an FOE!
And you know, while I'm here, I might as well just put this piston in the upright position. Because we might need that back on the previous floor.
Huh?
We won? Guess we have our leader to thank.
Hey, there's a switch over there.
Okay, all that switch does is let us get this chest. Metro armor. Is it from last night? I actually don't have any knowledge of that game besides the name. Seems like it's female only. Yeah, it's female only. Magic and endurance, though, is pretty good.
That was easy.
Oh, cool!
Judgment Sword. I have that on other personas. Healing Hand, though, is not bad. As I've said before, multiple instances of that skill do stack.
A treasure box. Might be something inside. Hey, there's a switch up ahead.
So now we can activate that switch, go up here,
Here I go.
ride the gondola to the west, then use these gondolas to get back. Now with that done,
Here I go.
you know, I have a feeling we're going to do all this and it's all going to be... Actually, no, the switch was right in front of that thing. Anyway,
I found a switch.
so up here,
Come on. Get ready.
through our use of shortcuts,
Here's an FOE. Watch
can
out.
head over here, and then use this gondola from above to go to this little platform in the center.
Treasure box. Might be something inside.
Heavy wristband. That does not sound very pleasant to wear. Actually, it does! Okay then. Halves stats, but doubles experience earned. Now, with this, you generally want to be grinding against hands, where stats don't really matter, because you're only going to be doing 1 damage, or just spam Hummer and Mudok, otherwise known as this game in a nutshell. Because, yeah, otherwise you'll have a hard time killing enemies, but that can be pretty useful if you're grinding. Speaking of which, I think I will actually need to grind eventually. So, now we can get all the way down
Hey,
here.
there's a switch up ahead.
And we can use this switch to lower that. The problem is if we do so, we might be blocking off something on the lower floor. Let's definitely
That
activate
wall
the
just
shortcut,
screams
though.
Suspicious.
I smell an ascending staircase.
So you have puns besides bare ones in your repertoire. This is horrifying. So we've actually pretty much completed our main objective. We can now head to the 8th floor. But before I do that, I want to finish exploring the 6th floor. I also want to grab that one tile that I'm missing here, because I know it is only one tile.
Enemies have first strike? What is this? This is so not fair.
We won, but we can't relax yet.
You won't be able to carry any more items if you hold on to it.
Here I go.
If you hold on to Here I Go, yes. Don't you just love when voice clips get interrupted?
Ooh, a switch.
I know I've already said this before. I must have already said this
Temptation
before.
is strong.
But I still think my my personal favorite instance
an
of
FOE
that
close
is this
by.
is the culmination
Be
of
very
my
careful.
dead body. Okay. In order to step on that, I'm gonna have to run into the FOE. Unless I go down a floor and try and approach this from the other side. I think I actually have a better chance of doing it if I approach this from the other side, which I don't even need to go via the other floor to do. Hopefully. Okay, I think I could stall in battle to try and find an opportunity to slip through here.
I'll go. I'll prove my strength. I don't believe it.
And that doesn't wake up sleeping enemies. Cool.
They were suckered by my cuteness.
That is the first time Teddy's actually killed something in this entire expedition. That really says something. Oh, Atropos, I already had you.
I thought I'd lose all my fur.
Okay, I still don't know if this will
Shihiro's
actually
health is getting
be...
low. Why don't you heal him right
No,
away?
this will let me slip through.
Oh, you've walked all over this place. That's pretty good.
Where will this take me, come to think of it? Over here. Which is perfect, it's right in the chest.
Hey, isn't that a treasure box?
And, of course, my inventory's full. Are there any, like, items I can use? Vanish balls. No, I think I can get rid of the purifying salt. And yeah, we're getting the Floor 7 100% completion chest before the Floor 6 one. Also, we obtain a helmet! Yes, all that effort for just a helmet. And what does this helmet do? Medium chance of negating dash damage. That's kind of funny. Yes, always wear a helmet, because it protects you from... That's actually pretty cool. Okay, what I want to do is I want to get to those stairs all the way up the top. And I want to finish off exploring this area on the 6th floor. And then I want to actually figure out how to best reach that chest without the key melting. We also have a one-way shortcut we haven't taken before. That is pretty close to these stairs. Problem is, though, there is a pillar that's raised over there. I wonder if that'll block the Reaper. Let's see. Jumping
bad
through a
feeling
one-way
about something.
shortcut near the Reaper.
Is the Reaper close?
This is a bad sign, but there is actually a second one-way shortcut. I believe you moved once already, so I think you're resting? Yes, good. That was almost really, really bad. I think I'll actually go back through here.
Here I go.
Now let's try and approach this from the other angle. It's funny how this entire area is optional.
The Reaper's getting closer!
And there was nothing here at all. Well, at least it's floor completion.
Here I go.
Huh? 3 strong ones? Aren't you guys kind of in trouble now?
You better bring it, Teddy, or no snacks for you.
I don't know what kind of reaction I was expecting to that, but I wasn't expecting that.
Persona!
Sam Riegel has a lot of fun with most of the roles he plays.
I messed up.
Persona!
You summon things that are weak to die for me.
You.
You are incredibly dumb.
Persona!
I wonder if this is one of those summoning enemies that you can abuse by keeping it alive and letting it just repeatedly summon.
That one
I know
was
there's a
really
method
strong.
in Persona 4
It made
for
me
easy
nervous.
grinding where you basically that's a lot of things we have to throw away, where you let one of those kings just constantly summon Bambinos and then you have the party just on autopilot and you automatically
Shihiro's
gain
health is
experience.
getting low. Why don't you heal him right away?
Which personally to me isn't as cool as those gambits you can set up in Final Fantasy XII to have you grind on autopilot.
Huh? I think the Reaper's somewhere around you.
Okay. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2. Yes, I think that pillar is necessary. Oh, of course, inventory full again. But with this, we can get a Temper Slash skill card. Isn't it a little bit late in the game for that? I seem to remember Temper Slash being not that amazing in this one. Oh well, we might as well use it on someone. We might as well use it on Teddy because he kind of sucks. Well, Akihiko doesn't have any skill cards. What we're really here for, though, is that.
Oh, you've walked all over this place. That's pretty good.
We haven't totally finished everything we need to do here, though, because there is still that
Huh? 3
encounter.
strong ones?
You know, I might as well take this opportunity to mention that the Jotuns are actually called Hekatonkaias in Japanese, which makes sense.
Aw,
That means
ended too
100-handed,
soon.
and they do have a lot of arms. I'm gonna need to chuck
Here I
something else
go.
for this chest. Maybe they changed the name, I think probably for space
treasure
reasons,
box.
but also
Might
because
be something inside.
there is a persona called Hekatonkaias. Castle Rubble's a pretty cool enemy drop name. But for this floor we get Bladed Plume. Now, if I'm guessing right... Yep, I thought so. So yeah, now I've got items that have a chance of negating all 3 types of physical damage. Which, still in my opinion, is not really all that amazing. I'd prefer outright immunity than just a chance of negating, or even just resistance I'd prefer to a chance of negating. Okay, now I need to think about how I get the... Yeah, get the key to that red chest up there. I think I know what you have to do. Yeah, I think I know what they expect from you here.
That was easy. I don't think I have the energy to last much longer.
So if we leave the gondola there, and then we backtrack to the bottom of the dungeon...
Aw, that ended too soon.
So now we're down the bottom here, we can take an ice key, for free, as always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully I can keep count this time. I want to know exactly how many spaces this takes. I think that might count as 6, 7, 8, 9,
Come on.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe that's 15? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Power spot's gone. 21, 22, 23. Shortcut. Yeah, that's 24. So 25, 26.
Vortices of torment.
Nemesis!
Tear them apart.
All right, I'm on a root
That's twice that Ken has cut off Teddy. Still on 26.
That one was really strong. It made me
Oh,
nervous.
Garry's 2 is almost at level 64. 26, 27,
Good beat.
28. I think that's 29. 30, 31, 32. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37.
Hey,
I think it's
isn't that a
probably
treasure box
40.
over there? We better check it
I'd
out.
say it's either 40 or 50. And we get Old Watch, a key item. And with that, we have done everything we can on these floors, except while I'm here, I might as well set a checkpoint for the 7th floor. So let's go ahead and do that.
All right, time to move on.
Okay, we are so close to leveling up on Gary Stu. I might as well stay and grind one more
I don't
enemy.
think I have the energy to last much longer.
And that's a wrap!
Okay, that should be enough.
That thing was too strong. Almost made me piss myself.
So notice the rest of the party is all level 54, one level
I don't
off getting
think
their
I have
ultimate
the energy to
personas.
last much
I'm actually
longer.
going to go ahead and grind everyone up to that level before I start the next part, because I want to start getting ultimate personas soon. But anyway, the 8th floor of the clock tower is where things change a little.
No way!
Yeah, no more tiny floors. No change of music, but that's for the best. This song's fantastic.
Yes.
We're getting close to the end, Zen, don't worry.
Okay.
But we'll be exploring this area next time. And it's gonna take us quite a while. These last two floors have just been kind of a sneak preview of what's to come. A few more stroll conversations. And I want to go to the Velvet Room. Oh, I obviously need to remember to turn in that quest as well. There's a couple of things I want to do here. Well, firstly, I need to free up some space, because I'm going to need 3 personas. I need to have 3 slots in my persona deck, because I'm going to need to do a special fusion here. But first, we have a few things we can make here. I don't want to butcher that. That's Aztec, but I really don't want to butcher that. Starting off with Salome's Kiss and Mudorn is pretty nice, though. Melchizedek as well. And Trumpeter. Trumpeter is typically pretty powerful in most games that he's in. He's not fantastic in this one from what I remember, but he does have a signature move here, Angelic Trumpet. 3 heavy bash attacks against random targets, so he just hits them with his trumpet. Okay then. Anyway, is there some way that we can make you out of what we currently have? Unfortunately, most of these just involve personas that are already quite good. You can do Cert, Jin, and Harity, though. But you'll lose most of your best skills if I do that. Well, I guess I can get Maraku Unda, Garudine, and I guess I can pass down Triple Link to more things. Even though we will be getting Quadruple Link relatively soonish. And there's Trumpeter, who, again, sadly is not as amazing in this game as he usually is, because he often gets Debilitate and or Heat Riser. Let's see if I can make you out of something. Byakko, Chernobog, Atropos. Oh, I really like Byakko, though. But you have a lot of SP to make use of those circles. I guess I could go with that. Binding Hands, Lethargy Circle, Silent Circle. Oh, Panic Circle won't benefit from Binding Hands, though. Or I could go for Circle Recovery. Or I could go for Impure Reach Mudorn. There are a lot of combinations I can do with that. Actually, hang on a second. Do any of you have any skills that I absolutely need to register? Okay, Byakko has been registered. Let's go. And now Melchizedek. Shiggy Orgy and Siegfried are... Oh, actually, wait, no, you have Myriad Arrows and a lot of good skills like Immunity Buffer, and you have Links. Warrior title plus lots of links is not bad, though. Guess I could just get Siegfried out of the Compendium after that. Or I could pass down links via you, but no Golden Link. I guess I'll do this. I haven't really used Shiki Orgy very much. Even though you have some pretty good skills, too. Guess I'll go Triple Link Mataru Kaja and just one of the links. But I will be buying back Siegfried. Oh, it's you! Yes, the toilet persona. Getting Binding Hands naturally is pretty decent, though. Not really using Black Frost for much, but, I sort of want to keep you. And I'm going to be needing to spend quite a bit on the compendium soon. But you do already have a circle. Actually, this isn't a bad idea. I can get all 3 circles onto you, as well as circle recovery, and then you'll eventually learn binding hands. Oh, I thought for a second I was getting an accident. But yes, that is, I believe, the Demon of Sloth. But now that we have a lot of... okay, good, we have enough free space. Yes, I can sacrifice these 2 safely. But we're going to be doing another special fusion. So if we go into the compendium, I'm going to need to get all 3 of the other Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So I'm going to need Black Rider. I'm going to need Red Rider. And White Rider. Yep, there's White Rider. Gonna have a lot of skills that I can potentially pass down here, because through fusing the 3 of them in a triangle spread, White, Red, and Black, together they make Pale Rider, the Horseman of Death, who was, ironically, the first rider that we had access to back in Persona 3. But anyway... Okay, so Pale Rider learns an interesting variety of skills in this game. Death's Scythe to greatly raise damage against enemies with ailments, Punisher to raise critical rate versus enemies with bind, which was gonna actually be pretty useful considering the other skills I might be passing down, as well as Frost Link and Triple Link. He kind of suffers from move slot syndrome though, because you can't really fit all of these onto one moveset. He does eventually learn Resist Ice too, but let's see what I go with here. Got a lot of options, but I could go for Binding Hands, at least 1 circle. Got a lot of buffs I could use. I could bring back Shinkuha as well. Actually, Guillotine combined with increasing damage to enemies with ailments sounds pretty fun. As for my other skills, I could go for Circle Recovery, or I could go for a buff, or I could just go for Shinkuha. I will have to delete some things as you learn more skills, but let's go ahead and fuse ourselves Pale Rider. So that is another special fusion done. Let's see how the compendium's going. Oh, 79%, not quite 80%. I kind of want to get you back out of the compendium. And I need Siegfried too. Yeah, having the compendium sorted by level is very useful when you've just fused away some personas that you want to get back. While I'm here, I might as well sacrifice to someone. I guess we can try and get Angelic Trumpet. And the Broken Tablet is what we need for Kanji's ultimate weapon. I think that's all we'll do here for now. So, with all of that done, 2 floors down, another special fusion done, next time we will be exploring... Basically, it'll be the beginning of the end for the Clock Tower. Floors 8 and 9. See you all then. And I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to turn in the request. So, let's take care of that.
Oh, thank you.
I was about to say how appropriate that is, but she said it for me.
This will be your reward.
So, all that for the Germanium Ring. And no one seems to get a Persona upgrade out of that. While I'm here, I might as well show what that does. Whoa, oh, that was worth it. That was really worth it. Wow. Prevent all status ailments. That comes late into the game, but that's fantastic. Okay, that side quest is definitely worth doing. Anyway, now I'll see you all next time.